Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Fallout 4 Windows 10, grabbing the Docile achievement. This one is going to require that you own the Wasteland Workshop DLC. Which one of these want to get into the game? We're going to use the console commands to make this easier. Make sure you punch in all these cheats. You basically need to advance the story up to the point where you have access to the workshop mode. So just make sure you enable God mode and then do all the set stage commands until you get past the Minutemen storyline, and then we are going to end up using one more cheat in order to warp to the dev room. Once you are here, we are going to grab some material so we can actually build the things we need for the achievement. So grab everything out of the scrap bin as well as the component bin. Just open it up and then hit the take all button, and then we should be good in terms of actual raw materials. Then we're going to leave, so make sure you use the cheat to warp back to Sanctuary. Last bit of prep work that we need to do once we make the jump back is we need to make sure we get our perks in line. So first thing, you want to make sure you set your player level to 99. That way you have enough XP to put into the perks. So just use the cheat for that. Open up the Pip-Boy, and then what you want to do is you want to make sure you max out your Charisma. So put 10 ranks into Charisma. Then you want to level up Animal Friend to rank 3, and then you want to rank up Wasteland Whisperer to rank 3 as well. So those are going to be the two perks that you need for this achievement. We are going to be doing this achievement at the Red Rocket truck stop, so if you don't know how to get there, just take the right bridge out of Sanctuary, over the hill, and you should spot it right over here. You can add dog meat to your party if you want to, and then take care of all of the mole rats if you are annoyed by them, but it shouldn't really matter because we have God mode on anyways. Anyways, we are going to head over to the workshop to claim the settlement, and then we are going to build a few things that we need for the achievement. So first thing we need is going to be a generator. Since we have infinite supplies, we can just build a large generator. So just pop that down somewhere. This should be more than enough to power everything we need. Go into connectors and switches and dig through the list until you find the large power pylon with the switch. So switched power pylon is going to be the one you want to look for. It should look a little something like that. Then we're going to need the wave emitter, so head into cages and then scroll all the way to the right and look for the beta wave emitter. It should look a little something like this. Pop that down somewhere. You kind of want to build these all relatively close to the generator so you can actually run wires to these things. And then for our actual cages, we're going to go with the mutant hound cage. Since we need 5 of the same creature, you can just build 5 of these. Once again, try to build them close to the generator so you can actually power these things. So I recommend building them in kind of a half circle like this. Then on to wiring. This is going to be the wiring setup you want, and you kind of want to pay attention to this because it's kind of important how the wires go so you don't accidentally mess something up. First stuff, what you want to do is you want to connect the pylon to the generator, and then you want to connect the pylon to all of the cages. So you are going to go generator to pylon, and then pylon with 5 wires coming out connected to each of the cages. Setting it up like this will ensure that all 5 cages are both powered and are able to be switched off with one press. So once you have that, the last thing you have to wire up is going to be the actual emitter. What you want to do is just want to have a straight connection from the emitter to the generator. So make sure you don't pass that through the pylon, or else the emitter will be shut off when we are going for the achievement, which is something obviously we don't want because that will untame the creatures. Last thing you need for our setup is going to be a bed. This is pretty much just going to be to kill time, so just go into furniture and then just pop a bed down somewhere safe. We're just going to pop it into the garage, and then we should be good for the actual setup. Now all we have to do is play the waiting game. Easiest thing to do is to crank the game speed up, so use the SGTM cheat. You can do whatever suits your hardware. Remember, the higher the number, the faster the game is, but then the more taxing it is on your hardware. We're just going to use something relatively manageable, so SGTM 25 should do. Once we have the fast forward enabled, just sleep anywhere from 3 to 7 days. So just keep sleeping in the bed, and then eventually all of the cages should be filled with captured creatures. So be a little patient on this one. Thankfully, the fast forward should speed this up quite significantly. Once we are done, just turn the game speed back to normal, so SGTM 1, and then we should be good once all 5 cages are filled. Once they are all filled, it's time to unleash the creatures. Remember to do this by flipping the switch. Try not to disable your beta wave emitter, or else they will become untamed. But once you get 5 of the same creature tamed in one settlement, you should be good for the achievement. 15 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.